symptoms as well, or like?
Well, so what's interesting about MS is that you can have a lot of lesions, but for another patient up here, you can have very little lesions, and they actually don't correlate with the disability of the person. So lesions does not necessarily mean heavier disabilities, and that's why we're looking into the normal purine white matter and not just counting on the lesions that you see in regular radiology scans. Any more questions? Yes?
Were you able to do this test over a long enough period of time that you could maybe like slightly infer causality, or is it on not on that time scale at all?
Well, that's a good question, because previous to this project, we looked at a longitudinal study. So we noticed from that study that over a 7-month period, the myelin water fraction in T1 does not change. So it was okay that we used month 0 to look at this correlation. So therefore, we didn't have to look at the whole spectrum comparing to the control, because in MS, the change over time was not significant enough. And then we assumed that for a control subject, you're not demyelinating because you're healthy. Yes?
Why didn't you think of something like, why didn't you try something like a magnetization transfer, which I know is
Okay.
look at demyelination?
Because the MTR ratio is sensitive to myelin, but it's not actually specific to myelin. So there's another study that I cite in this publication, to be published. The MTR correlated negatively with T1 in lesions and normal purine white matter of subjects, but not in controls. So that theory is MTR is only able to be sensitive when there's a lot of demyelation, so in lesions or in subjects. But then in controls, it's not able to detect the demyelation using MTR. Anything else? All right, thank you.